Hello, everyone. I promise this won't be 20 minutes. My name is Julia. I am from the South Shore, actually, and so I'm really grateful to be here, spend some time with this community in Plymouth. I've spent countless hours of my life here, so I'm really grateful to be here with your community. Now, maybe you are someone who, just thinking over the last month, 3 months, year of your life, maybe there's been a time that you have faced a major decision and you felt anxious over your options and you wished for clarity. Maybe you were hurt in a relationship or had something kind of scary go on and you're not sure if you can forgive and you wish for a tender heart of mercy. Maybe you faced the sickness of a loved one or an uncertain job transition or some problem at school or something with bullying or anything like that. And you just felt fearful, you felt out of control, and you just wished that you could have trust that it would be okay, and just wished for peace, clarity, mercy, trust, and peace. All of these things we can have, no matter the trial, no matter the outcome, as a result of an intimate relationship with God. For me, one of my greatest personal challenges was when my dad passed away after an 8-year-long battle with cancer. He was a devout Catholic, a real leader in my community, in our church community, and people prayed and prayed and prayed for his miraculous healing, sending up literally probably thousands of prayers. And although he wasn't physically healed, I know that God does answer all of our prayers, but with a yes or a not yet, and sometimes a no. And as hard as that is, we are called to trust. For me, trust was the most difficult parts of the whole God equation, because I knew logically and believed that God was all good and all powerful. But anytime anyone said, give things to God, give your baggage to God, give it over to him, I was left thinking, what does that actually practically mean? I pictured myself standing on the bank of a river with all my baggage, and God was standing on the other side. And I'm looking at the river. I'm like, all right, am I gonna is there a bridge that I don't see? Am I gonna walk on water here? What's going on? And then a priest friend of mine asked if I trust and confide in God in the same way that I would my best friend. And in that moment, I realized that I trust my best friend because I know her so well. Trust comes with a relationship, and it would be pretty difficult for me to have a relationship with my best friend if we never talked to each other. And I realized, it's kind of the same way with God. I knew a lot about God in my head, but not really as much in my heart. And I realized that I often didn't actually know how to pray in a way that wasn't rote or wasn't memorized. I didn't know how to pray from the heart. And that's why, in addition to an increased devotion to the Eucharist through adoration and through daily Mass, in addition to that, finding Hallow was absolutely watershed for my prayer life. This is before I worked for them. And then I found them, I was like, oh, awesome. Huge. It was huge for my prayer life. The biggest thing ever. It was before, it was I was on one of those little pedal boats, the ones at the common where you go and you're kind of pedaling away. And I was using all of my efforts just trying to get there. And then I found Hallow, and it was an upgrade to a speedboat where I could still drive in the direction that I wanted, and God was still the rudder. But the progress that was made in my soul was something that was so profound. It is genuinely one of my greatest joys to be able to share this transformational prayer resource with others. One of the most beautiful aspects of our faith is that there is no one size fits all when it comes to prayer. St. Therese of Lisieux, she's a doctor of the church. She defines prayer as a simple surge of the heart. And all of our hearts are unique. And so that's why St. Mary's and St. Joe's has partnered with Hallow, an official partnership. And we are kicking off that partnership this weekend with the How to Pray Challenge. The How to Pray Challenge is essentially a 2-week-long taste test of the 2,000 years of Catholic tradition, where each day we will learn new ways to pray, or we'll go deeper in techniques that we might already be familiar with. So the first week, the focus is, what does it mean to listen to God? And so an example of that, one of the days is Lectio Divina, one of the days is the Rosary, and we're learning all these different techniques that people have found to listen to God. The second week, the focus is on the call to open our lives to be transformed. And so my favorite session from that week is the Surrender Novena. And together, for the next 2 weeks, starting Monday, we will search for those methods that resonate with us uniquely and individually. Because God desires a unique, personal relationship with each and every one of you, which is each and every one of us. To him, we're not just part of a crowd. You exist I remember Father Mike Schmidt, I can't take credit for this. Father Mike Schmidt said once in a talk that you exist because God didn't want a universe without you in it. This love is his covenant promise, and prayer is our response to God's invitation to a relationship. And our mission at Hallow is simply to help people pray. So, St. Mary's, as I said, is one of Hallow's official parish partners. Through this partnership, you have your own parish page in the app where you can share and pray for each other's prayer intentions, both in small groups and with your community as a whole. You can participate in prayer challenges. Like I know we have the Advent Challenge coming up, and the How to Pray Challenge starts on Monday. Go sign up for that right now, or after Mass, actually. And if you're already a Hallow user, I'm going to invite you on Hallow. You can go in there in that little community tab on the bottom, go and join St. Mary's just by searching by zip code, and you can just click join, and the How to Pray Challenge will be right there. Join that challenge too. If you're brand new to Hallow, where you don't have the app or you don't have an account, in the bulletin you'll see a nice little section in these little blue flyers. These have QR codes that will send you to hallow.com/parish. There, just sign up by zip code, and it will take you straight to the parish page. Everything is free. Just sign up, join the parish. Just see if you like it. See if you like praying with your community on Hallow, and definitely sign up for the How to Pray Challenge starting Monday. So thank you guys so much for having me here. And the words of, I guess, Prophet Micah, this is just maybe one way that your soul will continue to grow closer to God. So thank you. I'm really looking forward to praying with you all.